How do you feel?
Nervous, very nervous. I feel in this moment quite vulnerable, I think, because it's something that I have built up in my head to be something that I really want to do. So now I just feel quite like I've opened myself up to this process, and now I just really want to, well, hear back and see how it's going to go. But it's all very exciting, and I'm excited for the future.
What were you choosing tonight, Jamie?
I've just been accepted to UWA, which is mental. I applied about 24 hours ago, and I've been accepted, which I feel like is just stratospheric. It's absolutely crazy, and I don't really know what's going on anymore.
And how do you feel?
Lots of emotions. Excited, scared, anxious, but like overall it is a positive feeling, and I'm excited to see where this goes.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Jamie. I moved from the UK to Australia, then quit my job and now started university. Come with me to see what the start of university life is like, and stick around and maybe tell you how I got here, and you know, just come along for the ride. Good morning everyone. You find me today at UWA. This is the first day of the rest of my life. I'm at the Crawley campus. I'm here for O Week, orientation week. I've signed up for my computer science orientation, and I found myself at this lovely little, you probably can't see it, I'll show you some little B-roll. I'm right by Mount Spey Road, just on the river here. And it's a beautiful morning overlooking the city. So I'm excited, a bit anxious obviously, to get started. I've got no idea what to expect, but I'm just excited to sort of see what my new life's going to be like, see what the next few years have in store. So I'm looking forward to taking it with me. So without further ado, let's get onto campus and let's figure out where I'm going. I've just had a brief look at the map of the campus. I should have probably looked at that prior to just rocking up, but I thought it being orientation week, I'd be able to rock up and sort of figure out where we're going, what we're doing, get a vibe. Yeah, so looking forward to, it's a very nice campus. It looks very pretty, I'll give it that. So we'll make our way to the physics building. That's where the computer science orientation thing is. So we'll just rock up and see what's going on. I might even get some goodies. I brought a little bag with me because I'm hoping that I might get some freebies or some goodies. So wish me luck. Hello, I've just finished my orientation lecture for the computer science major. That was interesting. It was clearly aimed at people who've just starting higher education, just come out of school. It's very important to attend lectures and it's very important to come to labs and don't miss out because you'll fall behind. I kind of was expecting that. I plan on taking this, well, as no surprise I guess, I want to take this seriously, so I do want to come up and try my best. So I already came into it thinking that. I picked myself up a little coffee. I've just applied for my student ID. I was expecting a bit more of an orientation, I guess. I feel like I've just kind of rocked up, looked online at what I'm going to do and just kind of come up to the thing and done my own thing. But I mean, that appears to be what I need to do, so that's fine. As I said, got my student ID, applied for, done my orientation for computer science. I've checked out the library. It looks very nice, some nice facilities, computers, a nice little outside space. I'm just going to go walk up to the computer science building and just check out, just so I know where I'm going. And that is orientation day done. I might come back on Friday, because it's like a welcoming ceremony thing, but I'll see. I'll do some research. I think I've got my timetable now as well. It appears like it's all coloured in and looks fine. I don't see any clashes, which is good. I was a bit scared of that, but all looks fine. I will sit here, enjoy my coffee, and check out the computer science building. So, that was fun. I found like almost the actual orientation place is a bunch of like little stands, some food and all sorts. So I've signed up for like 2 clubs, joined 2 Discord servers, Coders for Causes and the Computer Club. All seem like great people, a good way to get social and join some fun things. So yeah, that was a bit more of a positive experience, and that's the sort of thing I was expecting from coming here. So yeah, it's good fun. So that is me done for the day. Really glad that I found the actual sort of orientation little place. Annoyingly, I parked on like the opposite side of the campus, so when I rocked up to my orientation, I had no idea there was actually stuff going on. Some cool little things. As I said, Coders for Causes. They're a non-profit little coding club. I'm also a complete beginner, don't know what's going on, but they assured me that they run beginners classes, so that'll be quite fun. And the computer club seems cool too. There's also little like gaming chats, social things. That'll be a good way to make some friends, meet some new people. And yeah, I'm just really excited to sort of figure it all out and explore. Good morning. It's day one of uni, which feels really weird to say. I've only got 2 things on today, a maths tutorial and a maths lecture. It's one of those things I've had to take those to meet sort of the requirements, because I didn't have those. I don't have any maths requirements. I only lasted maths in GCSE, so I've got to do it now. I'm paying the price. So today it's just maths, a couple of things, so it'll be a pretty easy day, and then tomorrow, Tuesday, is the big day. So I'll just take you along for a little, what probably will be quite a short little trip in uni today, but yeah, good to start day one. Good morning, party people. We've arrived for day 2 of university. It's a big day today, and what is, I mean, the sky is blue, but it's definitely quite wet. So today we start off with a computer science lecture for 2 hours. I've got an hour break. Then I've got a computer science lab for another 2 hours. And then at the end of the day, I've got 3 hours of art class. Because I've signed up to this art class that joins in with a digital creativity minor. I want to keep my options open because that sounds quite fun. I wouldn't consider myself an amazingly arty person, but I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Yesterday I completely forgot, sorry, I'm going to cross the road here. I completely forgot to record my second half of the day. But rest assured, I went in, did my maths lecture. It was quite good actually. I got a little clip that you might see. It was like GCSE or like high school maths really. It was like bid maths, negative numbers, all that kind of good stuff. But it made me feel confident because before this I was quite anxious about the maths. That I wouldn't be able to do it. But knowing that I can at least get my foot in the door, my foot at the bottom of the ladder, then that makes me feel confident for the rest of this going forward. So, see what day 2 brings. Good morning. I completely forgot to vlog yesterday, but it doesn't really matter because I had one math lecture at midday, so didn't really do very much. You found me just after my first history lecture out in the courtyard. I've just been to the little IGA. Now, I haven't done this before. I didn't know what university was like. I didn't know what was here. I just assumed it was like a big school. So to come here and see like cafes, there's like bubble tea, there's this IGA, there's all sorts of stuff really. Like people live here, I am reminded. So it's just nice to just sort of sit here and chill out a bit before our next lecture at 11, which is more math. 11 till 12 math. And then, again, that's it for the day. Tomorrow is the same. No, tomorrow we've got another history lecture and then allegedly a test in the afternoon. I think that's going to be online though, so that's okay. This has been to write the crow, the raven, whatever, and just recap on what has been a really cool first week. It's been so much better than I thought. I thought it was going to be really hard. Well, I mean, it is going to be hard. I know this is only the first week, but looking forward to what's going to come next and bringing you on with me in the journey, see how it all goes. Morning. You find me in the tropical gardens, which do seem very tropical. I didn't know this place existed. I took the bus for the first time this morning. I have driven the rest of the week, but I found that parking to be a bit of a nightmare. So I thought, I'm better off taking the bus. So here I am, and I'm so glad I did because it's so pretty around here. I'll take some clips and show you around. But yeah, it's been really delightful. Today, just one lecture, history lecture. It's Friday. TGIF. And I'm just going to sit here, get some footage, go to my lecture and then pop off back home. Yeah, so just wanted to come on here and explain a little bit more about how I got here, who I am. So, as I said, I'm Jamie. I worked in the UK as a police officer for about 5 years. I then came over to Australia to be a police officer. That didn't quite work out. If you want to know more about that, you can go check out my wife's YouTube channel, where we go into detail about what happened there and why I'm no longer there. But as a result of that, I decided to come to university. Now, I used to work in IT. I worked in IT for, again, about maybe like 4 years, back in 2016, before I joined the police. So I've always been kind of into tech, and I thought, I have thought before that I want to maybe dive a little bit deeper into technology and do some, well, more advanced computers rather than, turn it off and on again, which is what I did before. So I had a look, explored options, and thought I'll try applying to university. To be honest, before I got here, I thought no way I'll be going to university because I didn't do so well in school. For anyone not from the UK, I did basically the equivalent of high school. We call them GCSEs, and then I went on to do my A-levels. So that's the next jump up from high school. So GCSEs, then A-levels. I got one A-level and one BTEC. That was the extent of my academic qualifications. But I spoke with Sarah and we both thought, well, you might as well try, because I've achieved other stuff since then. For example, with the police, I have a certificate of knowledge in policing, which I've now learnt is like a level 4 certificate, which counts for something. So how it all happened was I looked at the computer science course on a Wednesday. We then came to UWA here and spoke to the Future Student Centre. And after doing that, I kind of got a bit confident. I thought, okay, I can give this a go and apply, and hopefully I'll get in. Now, I've come through the experience-based entry pathway, so not the traditional pathway you get by doing your qualifications, ATAR, A-levels, that kind of thing. I have come here based on experience. I'm 29 years old, so I've done other stuff after I went to school. I was a telecoms engineer, I was a telecomputer engineer, and then after that I was a police officer for about 5 years. So I put in all of my experience into the UWA portal, my experience in computing and police, all my qualifications I do have, my policing certificate, and I put that in on a Sunday night. And then I heard back the next day saying I was accepted, which I couldn't quite believe. It's just crazy. The other thing which I learned from this process is that university here, obviously it's not cheap, right? University is never cheap, but it is cheaper than I would expect to pay in the UK. Now, the last I know, UK university costs about £9,000 a year, so that's $18,000 a year, and I'm paying a fraction of that to come here. What am I doing here? I'm doing a major in computer science. That's the other thing I have to get used to, is in the UK you sort of pick your discipline, and that's what you do. That's your course. They build the course around your discipline. However, here you pick your major, and then you can also minor, and you can do electives. So it's a bit more of like pick your poison, as it were. Pick what you want to do. So I'm majoring in computer science. So I've got a computer science lecture and a computer science lab once a week. I've also got a digital arts class, I've got a history class, and I'm doing maths. Because I didn't do enough in high school, I am doing a maths class just to get up to speed. So far that's okay. And that was one thing I was really stressed about, because, well, stressed, anxious, you know, same thing. I didn't think I was going to be good enough, basically. But so far, this is week 1, and we're going okay. So I feel like if I can get on at the bottom level, I can continue and I can, you know, move on. But I hope you enjoy this video. I plan on making more. I plan on just taking you along with me for the ride, really. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what we're going to get up to. But basically just, what is university like for someone who's maybe a bit older, who never thought they could go to university, and who has no preconceived ideas about university. I am the first person in my family to come to university, so I've absolutely no idea what it's like. I know what Sarah's experienced, but I don't know firsthand what it's like. So everything is new to me. Everything is new to me. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, then come along for the ride.